Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu, my dear sisters. Welcome to our ICNA Sisters Weekly Iman Booster Salah series. I'm going to share with you a true story from my community. A person came to a scholar in our local masjid and said, "Brother, I have so many problems in my life. Please help me." The scholar said to the man, "How is your salah? If your salah is in its right place, then everything in your life would be as well. Your problems are telling me that your salah is not being performed the way it should be. Strive to make your salah on time. It will help in rectifying all of the problems in your life." The man agreed and followed the nasiha of the scholar and worked on improving his salah. Salah prepares us for our mission in our lives. The way we pray is the way we generally live our lives. By speaking to Allah in salah and making dua, we seek His help and guidance in the numerous challenges this life entails. And He sends for us not only help, but guidance, inner peace, and tranquility. So salah is so much more than just asking Allah or praying. It has profound benefits in all realms of our lives. Not only does it benefit us physically, spiritually, psychologically, but it also benefits us in our overall well-being, making us productive Muslims. So my dear sisters, let's look at the various ways salah benefits us and increases our productivity. The first way is through strength and steadfastness. Salah gives us strength as we must crush our nafs to perform it. Our nafs wants to sleep or after a long day at work, wants to relax on the sofa, yet we crush it to get up and pray. My mother always says, if you are tired and shaitan, your nafs is preventing you from praying, make wudu. You will feel refreshed and your tiredness will go away. And it is so true. It's one of the amazing additional benefits of wudu is that it refreshes us for salah. It takes away that feeling of laziness and gives that strength and steadfastness so that we could pray. So we get this strength and we get the steadfastness because we're doing it every day. Steadfastness means something that is established and fixed and unwavering. Because we do this on a daily basis, the fact that we crush our nafs, we make wudu and we pray, not only does it give us strength, but it also gives us steadfastness. Salah creates productivity in not just the individual that performs it, but also in the ummah at large. It's because salah instills brotherhood and sisterhood, which is collectivism in the form of the congregational prayer. Sisters, we know that our deen is based on collectivism, not individualism. We know that it is fard upon every Muslim to not only live as a part of the community, but to strive for Allah's deen collectively, not individually. So when we live in a vibrant community and attend the masjid for salah and other community activities, it increases in our brotherhood and sisterhood, which creates us productive, which creates productive collectivism. It then gives us that overall desire and push to do more for the community and humanity at large. For example, today my father is going with the masjid to Washington, D.C. to protest against the Muslims that were put in camps in China. Obviously, he would not have done that on his own. This type of concern for our ummah at large only comes through collectivism, and it only comes through going to the masjid for salah, because that's where these things are organized. We gather and we work with our brothers and sisters in this place of sajda or masjid to do this humanitarian and relief and outreach work. This way, the salah and the masjid make us collectively productive. Not only the congregational prayer, but even the individual prayer that we pray at home or in school or at work is full of collective reminders. We ask Allah every day, Ihdina sirat al-mustaqim. Allah, guide us, not guide me, guide us. Then the beautiful dua of Ibrahim alayhi salam at the end of the salah, Rabbi ja'alni muqima salati wa min zurriyati, in which Ibrahim alayhi salam is teaching us to make dua for not only ourselves, but our future generations to come. meaning that we as Muslims are not to be concerned for just ourselves, but the entire ummah and humanity and all of the future generations to come. We must work in a way that we leave a legacy behind that ensures the deen and dunya success of the future generation. So, my dear sisters, we see how Salah increases our productivity by increasing our collectivism and concern for our ummah. Moving on. I heard someone once say, don't schedule your Salah around your life. Schedule your life around your. In other words, the 5 prayers are almost like 5 milestones of the day, and they help us structure our day in a productive manner. Salah helps in scheduling our daily routine, and which makes us more productive because we know, sisters, that when we have a routine and we follow it, we get more done, right? So the timings of the Salah are so beautifully designed by Allah that it allows a person to perform all of their deen and dunya activities in a productive manner. So, for example, our daily schedule could, around our Salah, example, that I'm going to cook before Zuhr, and I'm going to finish the kids' homework before Maghrib, and I'm going to sleep after Isha. In this way, the Salah establishes a routine in our lives, which then makes us more productive because we get everything done. Another very simple example that increases productivity is in the form of the routine that is created by performing the Fajr Salah. When someone wakes up in those early hours before the sun rises, before dawn, they get those extra precious hours of work that a sleeping person, they are able to accomplish so much in those hours that its equivalent cannot be found in any part of the day. The Prophet ﷺ made dua to Allah to bless the early mornings of the Muslim Ummah. We know activity increases so much in those morning hours. Memorizing the Quran is so much easy. Subhanallah. So we see that the Salah makes a routine for us that makes us so much more productive, and it enables us to do so much more. I'm sure we've all heard non-Muslims say, wow, how do you guys stay away from all of this? How do you have so much self-control? Well, the simple answer to that is that Salah teaches us self-control and discipline, right? Which takes me to my next point. The fact that we give up whatever we are doing, the imam or at work, at school, it gives us that discipline. The same discipline non-Muslims go to learn at an army, we learn every day in our Salah. So the control and discipline that we learn from Salah keeps us away from haram and the detrimental components of today. Instead, the control is used to do good and productive things, which makes us obviously more productive, right? How about punctuality? Doesn't Salah teach punctuality, sisters? Some of the individual and collective benefits of punctuality that I found while I was doing research talk, I would like to share with you guys. Being punctual strengthens our integrity and reveals our integrity. Being punctual allows us to be dependable. Being punctual builds our self-confidence. Being punctual shows our humility, that we have respect for others. So do you agree with me, sisters, when I say that Salah teaches us punctuality? Of course. And we know that a punctual person is more productive than the person that is not punctual. Ask you next, sisters, do you think that Salah is good for our health? Of course. All of you will agree. Salah is good for our health. There are so many medical benefits of Salah, and I'd like to quickly mention a few of them. Salah helps in lowering our stress. Salah is good for our overall physical and mental well-being. It keeps us healthy. It helps our muscles stretch and keeps our body toned. It's good for overcoming. Um, it's the postures in our salah are good for our legs and our back, and putting our head to the ground has been proven to discharge the negative charges that we accumulate. And by putting it to the ground, it makes a grounding effect, which then releases those negative charges and creates a more healthy and productive state of mind. So we see that Salah has so many benefits that help us overall productive, pleasant, healthy human beings. The same benefits that we achieve from Salah, non-Muslims are trying to now achieve through yoga, because yoga requires them to focus on a central meditation point, tells them to perform certain positions and to say certain things in those positions. And if we see, all of that is beautifully incorporated in our salah. So, sisters, all of the Muslims in the world that are performing salah are actually getting all the benefits of yoga and they don't even know about it. That salah is such a amazing gift of Allah that we are given with so many benefits. We have just only scratched the surface of the number of benefits that we are given by this beautiful gift that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala on Isra wal Miraj. And it is sad that we still feel sometimes that salah is a burden. It is sad that we sometimes feel that it's a chore and that it's a responsibility that we must perform, right? So, spiritual, physical, psychological benefits. And when we perform it properly, it increases our productivity and positively impacts all forms of our lives. So let us focus on our salah, sisters. Let's make it better than it has ever been so that we may live peaceful, spiritual. Wa akhiru da'wana anil hamdulillahi